Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. As you know, the other day Katt Williams went on Club Shay Shay and revealed his truth and implemented a scorched earth policy on mad comedians, including Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer, Michael Blackson, Tiffany Haddish, Ricky Smiley, Earthquake, and Steve Harvey. I mean, he just went in and started dropping napalm bombs on all of these cats. And while most people support Katt Williams for saying what mad people were thinking, now there's a few comedians out there who are like in their feelings and they're trying to come for Katt, including Aries Spears. Check out what Aries had to say.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Aries Spears here. You know, a lot of people have been asking me on the Instagram about my thoughts on the Katt Williams situation, and he did mention me, which was a head scratcher because I don't know what I did to him. And you know, I was going to save this for my podcast, but I might as well kind of get into it now. And basically, I'm going to repeat the same thing on my podcast. And you know, again, people ask me what I thought about it. And I'm going to say this, you know, I think it's sad. It saddens me to know that my people, the people I love, black people, as well as everybody else, but my people come first. Black people, we love drama. We love drama. We stew in it. We love it so much that we allow it to be detrimental to the progress of us and the culture. We absolutely love it. Because I'm asking myself, why did he do something that was both unnecessary and absolutely pointless? And in reading the comments, you know, it's I can tell we love drama by the shit we say, you know. Protect Katt at all costs. We gotta protect Katt. He the GOAT. He the GOAT. And I want to address both those things. All right, number one, the GOAT thing is a useless title. Every comedian, every entertainer, every performer is the GOAT to their fan base. Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer are the GOATs to their fan base. Wanda Sykes, everybody he called out, Ricky Smiley, Kevin Hart, Chris Tucker, they're all GOATs to their fan base. I get called a GOAT and a legend all the time. If you think I'm tooting my own horn, look at my comedy clips. Go through the comments. Aries, you a GOAT. You a legend. While that's flattering, it's a useless title. There can only be one GOAT, and his name was Richard fucking Pryor. I remember one of my favorite things to watch was the 30 for 30 with Shaq on ESPN when he was playing for the Orlando Magic. And in his younger days, he goes, you know, when people would ask me whose team is it, when you're in your 20s, you care about shit like that. I had to let people know it was my team. But as I got older, I realized that's a useless title because the ultimate goal was to win a championship. So as far as y'all saying who the GOAT is, Katt is your GOAT. I understand that. But that's a useless title. Then you say things like, yo, we got to protect Katt at all costs. Protect him at all costs. Did he cure cancer? Did he cure AIDS? Did he end racism? Did he figure out black poverty? Turn the fucking volume down. Protect Katt at all costs. Knock it off. Keep it in perspective. This is a news cycle. That's all this is. It's a news cycle. This ain't curing cancer. This ain't nothing to protect nobody about. Oh, he shook up Hollywood. He exposed Hollywood. Ooh, he told the truth. Again, to me, this is pointless. What did he do? What did he change? He didn't change anything. Steve Harvey is still going to be Steve Harvey. The success, the fame, the money, the momentum, the adulation, the respect, the adoration from the fans is still going to all be there. Same thing with Cedric, same thing with Chris Tucker, same thing with Ludacris, same thing with Wanda Sykes, same thing with me, same thing with Ricky Smiley. Everybody that he named will still go on. Nothing has changed. All right? This wasn't life or world changing. It's a news cycle. And it's funny because this is why I say social media is both a blessing and a curse and dangerous. This phone, this device gives everybody a platform. Everybody gets to be heard, which is power. And everybody don't deserve power. I'm reading some of the comments about Kevin, and I'm reading stupid shit like, oh man, Kevin's fan base is turning on him now. Katt done made it so his fan base is turning on him now. Kevin ain't never been funny. He ain't funnier than Katt. Well, first of all of that is subjective. Secondly, the people are saying that Kevin ain't funny, or he ain't funnier than Katt, were never Kevin Hart fans to begin with. Don't get it twisted. Kevin Hart is a global phenomenon. He's globally famous. He can go anywhere in the world and sell out a whole arena or stadium by himself. The box office movie receipts don't lie. The tickets, the receipts at the ticket gate that you go through when you go to the arena sold out, don't lie. So for all these people that think that Katt has turned the world on its axis about Kevin, knock it off. Turn the volume down. Kevin is just fine. And again, those people saying that negative shit about Kevin were never fans to begin with. But you let people tell it, average Joes who now have power because of the phone and the platform, we must, Katt exposed the Illuminati. We must stop giving our money to these devil worshippers. We must take our power back. What power? You're not that serious. You're not that important. Stay in your lane. And last but not least, here's this. While we're all focusing so hardly on what Katt did, which again, I think was unnecessary and pointless, there's a young, beautiful black actress who we all know and love, who recently has been all over social media, literally in tears, because she's not getting the money that her white female counterparts get. Taraji B. Henson. So while we're all focusing on the Katt Williams hype drama news cycle, there's that. So my point is this. Instead of Katt using his platform and his mouthpiece and his power and his influence for drama and a news cycle that's going to be gone when the next hot news cycle comes along, why don't we use our powers and our platform to figure out how we as a community in Black Hollywood can come together and amass our own wealth, build our own empire, be like Jeffrey Katzenberg, Michael Eisenberg, and Steven Spielberg. I know I'm fucking one of their names up, but form our own DreamWorks. Tyler Perry is cool, but that's all we got. Why don't we figure out how to make it so that we don't have to come to them hat in hand and wait for them to feed us? And then once we make the money that we need to make building our own empire, funnel that money back into our communities and our ghettos and our neighborhoods and our streets so that we could build back up before the Tulsa, Oklahoma City massacre and have our own shit and be well-to-do. Wouldn't that be a better use of one's power and one's influence and one's mouthpiece than to create a news cycle? Because all Katt did was do what we as kids would do on the playground in elementary school or middle school. It was like a rap battle or a roast session. Katt said what he said, and my people, black people who I love, who love drama, got a chance to go, oh, did you hear what he said? Oh, he shook up the game. He exposed Hollywood through Illuminati. Oh, that's all he did. And black people, y'all live for that. Y'all live for that drama. We focused on that when we should be focused on how do we form like the Avengers and really take this motherfucker over. Because we know what we do when we come together and we get our heads right. Let that be the focus and not a temporary news cycle. And you know, I want to add this little tidbit because I know there will be people that will say in the comments, well, you know, what about you, Aries? You've been on social media and have blasted people and have said things before. And it's like, you know what? I have. And there are some things that I've said that I obviously regret. And then there are other things that I've said that I may not necessarily regret. But at the end of the day, I got to grow up. It's about growth. I'm tired of being a 48-year-old, 15-year-old. I got to grow up. And the last thing is this. You know, I know there are people, and this is what I mean when I say we love drama. There will be people in the comments that'll say shit like, man, y'all don't want that smoke. All the comedians he talked about are all running like roaches with the lights on. They don't want that smoke. First of all, listen, man, we're all professional comedians, which is to say we're all professional shit talkers. We all come from the same streets, whether it's the streets of Detroit, streets of Chicago, LA, DC, Philly, New York, Atlanta, Birmingham. We all come from the same streets called struggle, poverty, humble beginnings. And in order for you to overcome that, you got to be fearless in your heart. Ain't nobody scared of Katt Williams. Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody worried about smoke. I'm just saying, let's use our powers for the greater good. I'm here for the smoke. DM me for the link to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. Also, go to our YouTube channel on YouTube under Spearsburg Pod. Hit like and subscribe. There it is, man. It's your boy Aries Spears, man. We're going to be talking about this on the podcast. Love y'all.
Yo, did this dude just say that we as a black community need to be focused on other things and then go ahead and say that he's going to be talking about this again on his podcast? I am done. Well, this isn't the first time that Aries Spears tried to go in on Katt Williams, because just a few months ago, Aries Spears was running around on the internet saying Katt Williams is never going to be where he wants to be when it comes to comedy because he has a substance abuse issue. Check this out.
If you couldn't tell that Katt has had substance abuse problems, stop the cap. Katt Williams is where Katt Williams is because of choices Katt Williams has made. That's fine with him in terms of where he's at and how he wants to maneuver. That's his business. Katt don't have to do what Katt don't want to do. So he don't have to, but his decisions are his decisions. And if he's happy with that, he's the one living in his own skin, you gotta respect that.
Yo, why in the world does Aries Spears always sound so salty when he's talking about Katt Williams? And how come it's fair for him to make commentary on Katt Williams, but Katt Williams can't make no commentary on anybody else? And that goes for Kevin Hart too, because there's been many times when Kevin Hart has jumped on the radio and had something to say about Katt Williams. Check this out.
My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot. You were the guy.
Yeah.
You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You f***ed off promo shoots. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped f***ing with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
Oh.
Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what? I gotta fix me, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stand up for comedy.
Listen, the way that I see it is this. If you can go on a radio show and utter his name out of your mouth, he can utter your name out of his mouth. But with that being said, I don't even understand why all of these cats like Aries Spears are hating on Katt Williams. Katt Williams has been making us laugh for darn near 30 years, and in those 30 years, he's never ever gotten the respect that he deserves. So Katt went on Club Shay Shay the other day, and he did exactly what he does best. He entertained us, and he also showed us why he's one of the best at his craft. Because boy, can that dude make us laugh. And while he entertained us, he also masterfully increased his market value by proving to all of these streaming services like Netflix that he can put up the big numbers. Cause what they do, like 31 million views in 3 days? So now, they're gonna be knocking down his door, and this time, instead of offering him that like Taraji P. Henson level money, they're gonna have to offer him that Dave Chappelle level money. So Katt Williams did what Katt Williams had to do for Katt Williams, and I'm happy for him, because even though he's consistently been one of the funniest comedians out there, he's always been treated like the sixth man off the bench behind the so-called quote-unquote kings of comedy, even though he's much funnier than most of those dudes. Listen, let me know what you think about Aries Spears' response to Katt Williams. Do you think that it was justified, or do you think Aries Spears is just hating? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.